good morning, or good night, or good evening. As Mr. Truman would say. Okay, so this is not going to be a reading, but I will be doing a reading after about the new moon in Sagittarius that is coming on the 1st of December. Obviously, this reading, this message, this channeled message is going to become timeless, as I said yesterday. Um, this is kind of a counterpart, a balance, a come on, Will I mean, harmony. All right, if you caught that, congratulations, my traditional name. Okay, so the Emperor. This channeling is about the Emperor. This is after doing a channeling yesterday. God, I'm so in the astral still. I've been awake for like an hour and a half, but I still feel so astrally. Let's get a candle going, y'all. Okay, thank you everyone who is returning to Codes of Harmony. If it's your first time here, welcome on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You may have Aries in your chart or be connected to a significant Aries. Having said that, this isn't going to be as I said, this isn't going to be a reading. This isn't a love reading. This isn't a tarot reading. This is some channeling specifically around the archetype of the Emperor. And if you do resonate with this, first up, show this some love and click like, share, and subscribe. And second of all, consider going and looking at the last channeling, which was about the Empress. Okay, it's just like the messages are so fast. I'm really not struggling. I'm going to take a moment. Okay, so the Emperor. Please can you clear divine guides who are most beneficial for everyone involved. The Emperor is the divine masculine counterpart to the Empress. Yesterday, the channeling came in clearly. I was like, why? Basically, for many months, I've been like, why does the Empress keep coming up in so many readings? Not just of my readings, but also readings that I'm doing for people, like personal in private private readings that I'm doing, which by the way I only ever do in person. You will never ever receive a request from me. I don't do digital personal readings or privates, only in person. So if you're not looking at my face and you're not sitting across from me, you are not receiving a personal reading from me. Interesting, that's just come out then. Okay, so the Emperor is the power of all the kings in the deck. Okay, that's a really core thing for us to understand. Yesterday, the message came through. Oh, no, wait, there's another pair of birds. So, yesterday we had two kookaburras. I think it was. Yeah, it was. And now, that is so beautiful. And now we have another pair of birds. Cute. Oh, that's cute. Okay. Um, they're kind of like native doves by the look of it. Okay, so yesterday we channeled about the Empress being, which of course is connected to the archetype of Aries. Please give me clear divine guides to be most beneficial for everyone involved. Also connected to the archetype of Virgo, as Virgo is the nurturer, Virgo is the gardener, Virgo is the abundant, earthly energy that can grow, right? Connected to that Empress, that abundance energy of the Empress. So the Emperor is the masculine version of that. And as we all know, there is no gender in tarot. And I truly believe that as a collective, our concept of gender is going to evolve and shift so much over the next few decades. But this is the masculine energy within the archetype of the Empress and the Emperor, either individually or combined, that has all of the powers of all of the kings, right? So the Empress has all of the powers of all the queens, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, right? All of those powers together. The Emperor is the same, but the masculine versions of each of those things. So the King of Swords, the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands. I think I said that correctly. Um, the Emperor, the true Emperor, what they want me to talk about today. Please give me clear divine guidance to be most beneficial. So yesterday we channeled about the Empress being the perfect divine feminine archetype in a survivalist situation, which of course is where we are at. Essentially, we are at a point collectively where we really are like in the apocalypse. I know it doesn't look like the Will Smith movies that we grew up on, but it is absolutely the death of the old world and the birth of the new world. Please give me clear divine guidance, which is why the Empress has been so repping a reader, which many of you are. Hello, darlings. Look back over your readings over the last year, and you will notice there has been a unusually high amount of readings where the Empress or the Emperor or both have come out. I've also noticed this in tarot readings of other people that I follow here in the YouTube world. Please give me clear divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. So you only reach your Empress and Emperor status. It's like this very interesting cyclical life cycle loop, right? So they're talking about you only reach your Emperor or Empress status once you've been through the King or Queen of Swords, once you've been through the King or Queen of Wands, once you've been through the King or Queen of Cups, once you've been through the King or Queen of Pentacles, which is that foundation stuff. Some people create a foundation earlier on in their life. Some people create a foundation later on in their life. This has a lot to do with your birth chart. I always say this, and I will continue to say this. If you do not know at least the basics of your birth chart, if you don't know your top three, your sun, moon, and rising, then you are missing out on a whole lot of instructions from the divine on how to live your life, right? So there's that joke of, when you have a baby, it doesn't come with an instruction booklet. Yes, it does. Yes, we do. Yes, they do. It's called your astrology. Your astrological chart is literally an instruction booklet for you, for the specific codes you have, the specific energy that you were born into. You weren't just born at any random time. You were born at a specific time when the sun, the moon, and every single planet was in a specific place in the sky, in the stars, okay? It's really important for some of you to understand and connect into this deeper. This channeling is about understanding that the Emperor must always keep in balance all of these different skills that you, as the Emperor, regardless of your gender, regardless of your top three in your astrological chart, we must all step into the Empress and Emperor energy, because we are rebuilding anew. We are creating a new world. We are birthing a new world, like the swollen potential of the Empress, like the metaphoric, spiritual, conscious pregnancy that the entire earth, the entire world is going through right now, particularly divine feminines, regardless of your gender. We need to be able to embrace the, I just said trimester. We need to be able to embrace, and some of you obviously could actually be pregnant or be connected to somebody who is pregnant right at this moment, or not. Either way, you are pregnant. Either way, the world is pregnant. Either way, the earth is rebirthing itself. And as that happens, we require a strong Emperor energy and frequency to be balancing and holding space as we birth. Okay, so if you think of it like a when there's an actual physical 3D birth taking place, you will have the person giving birth being supported by an emperor energy, right? Regardless of their astrological chart. When that happens in that moment, you have to go into being adaptable, being adjustable, being able to pick up your sword because you have mastered the swords at some stage before you reach your emperor status, your emperor level, your emperor archetype, right? And this isn't to say that we do not go through our life, go through periods of dipping in and out of the frequency and energy of the emperor or the empress. We absolutely do, because part of the empress and the emperor, as we know, is the archetype of Aries, which is known to be the baby of the zodiac. Okay, so you could look at Virgo as a very beautiful archetype for a balanced, upright mothering archetype. Okay. The Empress is the Virgo and the Aries. The Empress is birthing as well as being born. And that is where you are at. If you found this video has found you. You are, I just heard, a few steps ahead of the game, a few steps ahead of the pack, okay? Of you understanding on quite a higher consciousness level that the earth, the human collective, and many, many, many beings on many, many realms are all simultaneously going through a pregnancy and a birthing process, a rebirthing process. The death and the rebirth, which is part of the reason the Scorpio season just gone was so prolific and such a brutal rebirthing. Yeah, so we're really like, it's almost like that Scorpio season was was the start of the true discomfort of birthing a new life. Yeah. There's also this frequency, this energy of being initiated. You have been initiated. For some of you, you've been initiated into a higher order of things. This word has been coming through a lot. Many of you are, and it's interesting that this is coming through at this time right now in this moment. This channeling is coming through me, Codes of Harmony, right here in this moment, because we are in Sagittarius season. Sagittarius is the seeker of higher truths and the frequency of higher knowledge, the wisdom seekers and the wisdom keepers, which is part of the reason Sagittarius energy is so worldly. And now I'm seeing that image of the Empress. I can't remember which deck it's from, probably multiple, of the Empress being depicted with the earth in her belly. So this is also very much deeply, deeply connected to Mother Gaia, deeply connected to our ancestral roots, connected to this beautiful, this miracle of an earth, right? We are deeply, 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 deeply connected. And to be able to be in a balanced place, to be grounded with your palms to the sky and with your feet firmly planted on the earth, to be able to be that channel, to be able to connect into those deeper roots of ancestral wisdom, of DNA codes, of understanding and love of all nature. And that love, the more you can love Gaia, the more you can love nature, the less you will fear her. Yes, this may be connected for some of you directly to your mother, directly to the 3D vessel that you came through to be in this place, in this time, at this amazing point of collective consciousness. When we need the Emperor, when the Empress energy, whether this is the divine feminine within you or other people, places, energies in your life, needs to be, please give me clear divine guidance, be most beneficial. Needs to be properly rooted in the earth. Yes. understanding our past, understanding our nature, our true nature, understanding our true archetype, understanding our true bloodlines and all of the gifts that sit within them, having pride, a healthy, balanced pride in who we are, where we've come from, our our primordial self. So another key part of this channeling is that is that a true emperor empowers. And you can hear and feel the connection between the word emperor, empress, and empower. So you, if you found this video, or this video has found you, if you are in alignment with this message, if you are seeking out a higher consciousness and higher understanding of your own emperor, your inner emperor, understand that a true emperor inspires others. A true emperor wants the truth over what is comfortable. A true emperor is somebody who seeks out the highest timeline, the highest consciousness, and the highest form of protection for the Empress energy. As the Empress energy is both rebirthing the collective and the future, the protector, that's the other thing that came through yesterday with the channeling around the Empress, is she is the protector of the days to come. And the Emperor energy must be the protector of her. For many of you, this is about the divine masculine, divine feminine within you and the way that you represent yourself to yourself, not to the rest of the collective. For some of you, that is important, but what is primarily important is the way that you reflect your own divine masculine energy to yourself, to the mirror, to the self-consciousness. And Sagittarian energy is the frequency of higher learning, the wisdom protectors. Wisdom is the most precious thing that we can own. It is the one thing that we both enter this earthly realm with and leave this earthly realm with. And there can feel to be pressure on this energy. I'm also being invited to acknowledge that. Because all of the kings are looking to the emperor for guidance, for leadership, for that spark of life that is the Aries frequency. The first day of creation is how it is always channeled to me. All of the molecules that can create life. That frequency of Aries is something that people look to, seek after, as well as blame when things get out of hand, when things get out of control, when things go down a path that said person, place, energy, or entity did not expect. So you may be also finding that there is a current that is pulling you in two very different directions within your life, within your 3D existence, within this incarnation. I'm just going to get some honey. Just one sec. Oh, these messages are coming through so fast. Wowza. My room, deeply, I am connected to the core of me. My roots reach deep. I am connected to the core of me. Beautiful chorus. For some of you, listening to beautiful chorus will be very beneficial. Mantras is also going to be important. A lot of you just have to get much more grounded. You need to be eating root vegetables, things that come directly from under the earth, I'm seeing beetroots. You need to be, and carrots. You need to be um, placing your feet, your bare feet, on the earth as much as possible. And I'm seeing an image of somebody placing their bare feet on the earth. That's so cute. I just saw them as like little bear paws. um, and arching your head back into the sky. So you also must remember you are a divine conductor, especially if you're on this channel, especially if you're on this video right now. You are a divine conductor, okay? So you are a channel, you are a bridge between the ether and this earthly realm. That is very much tied into the archetype of Aries, the archetype of Virgo, and the archetype of Sagittarius. And as I said, this video will become timeless. But this channeling is specifically coming out connected to Sagittarius season and the next new moon, which is on the 1st of December. I'm going to do a video about that and an actual reading as soon as I can after this. Honey as well. Don't forget to connect into the sweeter things in life is what I'm hearing. Okay. So, is that all, Spirit? This random channeling about the Emperor. They just want you to also take a moment to just look at all of the ways that you have bossed up, all the ways that you have learnt and grown, and understand that that's part of the wondrous, endless education, knowledge, and grounding frequency of tarot itself, is because we all go through being a page. We all go through being a knight, and we all go through becoming a king or a queen, and then eventually the emperor and the empress. But the thing is, we may cycle quite a few times through that page into knight, into king or queen frequency. And understand that that is how the true teacher will always be a student. And a true masterful teacher understands that the student is also a teacher. This is such a core thing for many of you to not only understand, but to remind people around you about, is what I am hearing. Please give me clear divine guys, be most beneficial for everyone involved. Yeah, I keep seeing like root vegetables and the color red. So a lot of you need to cleanse your root chakra. I send so much love, respect, and healing to anybody that has ever had their root chakra or their kundalini energy interfered with. I send so much love and healing, and I want you to know that the Daddy Emperor energy and frequency is there to support and protect you, and the high vibrational, high frequency, nurturing, loving frequency of the Mama Empress frequency, that is there for you as well, regardless of who your loved ones are, regardless of who's let you down, regardless of where you are, regardless of your blood family, your birth family, regardless of the place, the society, the community, the status you have been placed in. You have an inner empress and an inner emperor. Thank you. Thank you, divine. Okay, so you got a mommy and a daddy inside who will look after you and care for you and protect your inner child. I'm suddenly getting a lot of information and codes coming through around survivors. Yeah. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. Okay, you're a survivor. That is important for some of you to understand and know. And I can feel myself wanting to grab the cards now, so that's probably a sign that I should move towards a reading for the upcoming new moon. And now I'm seeing like all of these seeds, like all these colored seeds under the earth are moving, shifting, dancing. There's so much abundance. Like the collective has no idea. It's so interesting being a seer because you see future timelines. You see multiple future timelines. And obviously this is coming from me and here at Codes of Harmony. But the abundance of empowerment, the abundance of collective collaboration, the abundance of what we could build together if we all just stop fighting, if we all stop competing, if we all stop allowing our insecurities, our jealousy, our lower frequency lessons that we must leave with the page. So it's also important that you understand that when you have moved from the page to the knight, when you have moved from the knight to the king or queen, and if you do not properly close down each of those cycles, you will not have as much access to this divine mother and father archetype of the empress and the emperor that sits within you. You know, in the spiritual community, quote unquote spiritual community, we talk about healing the inner child. Please give me clear divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. You are being invited to remember that not only do you have an inner child within you, you have an inner father, you have an inner mother. And they have been waiting a long time to talk to you, is what I'm hearing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being you. So much love to my harmonic collective. And yes, interesting also that my traditional Aboriginal name appeared at the beginning of this reading, which also makes me think that is a clear sign for some of you to investigate, learn more about, connect more into the higher wisdom of your ancestors. Because as I said, around the Empress frequency, she is both birthing and being born. Okay? The world, the collective consciousness is birthing and being born. And we require a solid, stable, protective emperor frequency, both within and without, for the collective and the individual to protect her as she goes through that process. And as she does that, the fruits, the abundance, the abilities, the superhuman powers that will be unlocked in the collective are more than I can describe in these humble human words. I love you so much. Thank you for everything you are. Thank you for seeking harmony both within and without. And please go on, show some love. Click that like, click that share, especially if you think there's someone who should hear this. And subscribe if you want to keep connecting into my energy and allowing me to connect into yours. That will actually help me get more specific tapped in messages for you. So much love from Codes of Harmony.